Hi and welcome to another live gaming, streaming, chat video. And in today's video, well, if you've been following my little saga, you'll know that I've been playing Doom Eternal. Haven't really gotten on with it. I don't think it really follows the whole Doom ethos. There's just too much parkour, jumping, and all that. It's a great game. The fighting sections are great, but there aren't that many of them. It's far more running around and swinging off poles and things. So I've given up on that, and I did put a poll out as to which game I should play next, or to take a new direction. Doom 64, Quake 2, Bulletstorm, Crisis, and I went with Quake 2. This is a game that I absolutely love. I played it when it first came out, sort of 96, 97. Then I played it again once it got updated into like the 3D era, with like OpenGL, 3D effects, that kind of thing. And I've been playing it ever since. Played it on lots of different systems. I played it on the Xbox 360 because it came with the Quake 4. I've played it unofficially on the Nintendo 3DS. I think you need a new 3DS for that. I played it on the PS Vita, and I recently bought the remaster on the Switch, and that is what I've decided to play. Quake 2 is one of the most fantastic first-person shooters of all time. It hasn't aged at all, not really. The graphics still look great. I mean, I know it's a remaster, but there's only so much you can rejig. The gameplay is superb. I wasn't a huge fan of the original Quake. I like this gameplay. Obviously, it's a run around first person shooter kind of thing. But the different scenarios, the different one level was a space, one level was a medieval kind of thing. That kind of put me off. With Quake 2, it was awesome. It was strong all the way through, and there is nothing about Quake 2 that you can fault. The level design is fantastic. The enemies and the fighting and the weapons are superb. It's what I would class as an awesome classic first person shooter, with the sole goal of getting from one end of the level to the next, maybe with some keys, some discs, and some power tokens to get and put in places. But it is a straightforward go for it first person shooter. And the remaster is fantastic. I've had a few issues with the Switch version. I found the game very dark. I think when they redid the lighting, they've broken something somewhere. Some of the levels are so dark that you can't see. But it's still fantastic. I'm hoping that they will fix it, or there's a workaround for it. I think when they've brought in like dynamic lighting, etc., it's done something to it. But Quake 2 is fantastic, and like I said, I'm a big fan of the Doom series. Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 2016, absolutely fantastic. I haven't touched on Doom 64, but I will do that at some point. Doom Eternal just didn't do it for me. I'm 3 levels in, I'm not enjoying it. I made the big decision not to carry on playing it because playing games is supposed to be enjoyable. And I went back to Quake 2, a game that I've completed many times on many systems. I haven't so far. This is the first time I've done the remaster, and it looks superb. It plays superb, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's just a game. I mean, like I say, I've completed it many times. I could probably memorize the levels, so I know what's coming. And it just is. It's superb. It's a game from 1996, 1997, so we're pushing nearly 30 years old. This game does not show its age. Considering Doom was only 3 years earlier, the vast difference between Doom and Quake, and then Quake 2, is absolutely insane. So, yeah, I've given up on Doom Eternal. It's not my style of first-person shooter. I think they took it in the wrong direction for that. Doom Dark Ages looks pretty good. They seem to have gone back to, sort of, as far as I can tell from what I've played, a regular Doom kind of play style. But with Quake 2, you cannot fault it. It is, if it's not, well, is it the best first-person shooter? It's up there in the top 5. It is absolutely insane. So I've got some chat going on here, which is what game are you talking about? Quake 2, yes. I've got to try Doom. I will try Doom 64 when I get a chance. And well, yes, I'm not one of these people that is up on visuals. I think gameplay is far more important than what it looks like. You can have a lovely fancy game, but it's rubbish. So I'm a big fan of still playing the original Doom. Yes, the graphics aren't up there, but the gameplay is fantastic. So that is some chat there from Amy Morgan. Hope, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. I will give Doom 64. I've also got to play Quake 2 64, which is the Nintendo 64 version of Quake 2, which is built on different engine, has different levels. I haven't dipped into that, but that is when I bought Quake 2 on the Switch. You get Quake 2, the 2 expansion packs, and you get Quake 2 64. So I will give that a go at some point. But Quake 2, yeah, one of the best first-person shooters. It took Quake, refined it, and it was just absolutely superb. You cannot fault it. If you're not a fan of multiplayer online game and you want a first-person shooter with a solid campaign, and you don't fancy Call of Duty with this, actual real kind of shooting, you want something with aliens and monsters and things, then Quake 2 is fantastic. I do recommend Doom 2016. That is a fantastic game. Follows the Doom ethos, whereas Eternal doesn't. But Quake 2 is superb. There are 4 Quake games. Quake was great. Quake 2, amazing. Quake 3 was an arena kind of game, early kind of multiplayer with bots, etc. That was great. Wasn't a big fan of Quake 4. Um, I've played many Dooms. I've actually played Final Doom on. I can't remember. I wasn't a big fan of Doom or Quake on things like the PlayStation or the Saturn. I just didn't think they played very well as a game. But yeah, thank you for the suggestions, and well, thanks for watching. So yeah, I have given up Doom Eternal to play Quake 2. Quake 2 is fantastic. I am really enjoying it. Again, it's hard to explain. It's a game I go back to quite often. It's a game you can play through. It doesn't stress you out too much. It's really enjoyable. The gameplay, the level design, the monsters, the enemies, everything about it is just absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, yeah, Quake Enemy Territory. Uh, there's also Quake Wars as well. I don't know what they are. I think some of them might be an RPG. But yeah, anyway, Quake 2 is just the absolute definitive first-person shooter of the 90s, I think. It doesn't suffer as bad as Quake, as Doom, sorry, because it was fully 3D. It was rendered with OpenGL or whatever. It's got the Doom really does look dated, even though it was only 3 years before Quake 2, or 3 or 4 years before Quake 2. Quake 2 still stands up even graphically, and the remaster does look superb. You can pick them up very cheaply. I think it's about £7 on the Switch store. I think Quake 2 was remastered on plenty of platforms. There is also a Quake 2 RTX, which really does ramp up the visuals for Quake 2 if you've got a system that can support ray tracing. Yeah, what more can I say? I am playing Quake 2. I'm playing it on my Switch OLED. It looks absolutely superb. The graphics are stunning. A little bit of lighting issue, but a thoroughly fantastic game, even now, 25, 28 years on. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.